this episode we're creating lamb curry. Fantastic dish. Tomatoes, all the curry paste, everything is being used. It's going to be fantastic, great for. This takes approximately about 30-40 minutes, maximum 15 minutes to cook because it's gonna be using the lamb leg and it's tender, so we needed to get medium softness to it. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be fantastic. So let's create this lamb curry with creating flavors. You're tuning into Creating Flavors. Lamb mutton curry is on the menu today. I'm using the leg part of the sheep, and all you need to do, cut them into medium pieces, get the bit of the fat off. If you do like the fat, leave it on. If you don't, get some fat off, give it a good clean, pour some hot water in, so the hot water basically absorbs any residue oil and all the smells will go into the water, and anything impure, the smell, the odor will go away. So we'll put it in there, leave it for 5 or 6 minutes. We'll drain the water out and we'll start cooking. Now all you need is a colander. Put all the meat into the colander so the water drains out. You can wash this once or twice, it depends on what you want to do. Our one's pretty clean, it looks, and the texture, the colour and everything seems to be gone away slowly. That's absolutely fine. When we start cooking, this will be back, drain it all out and we'll start cooking. First you need to marinate the meat, so get a 24cm casserole. I'm using a cast iron one. Drop your meat in and we'll start adding ingredients like onion, garlic, chili and all that. First of all, I'm using 3 medium sized onion, sliced and diced and diced, all in. Drop it all in. And that will basically give it a good nice texture. I'm going to add 1.5 garlic paste, all grated, made it into very soft so it basically devours and goes into the curry. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoon of ginger paste, drop it in. First of all, I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and you can add more when you need to when the curry is cooking, so always give it a taste. All salt all depends on your own taste, guys, so don't add too much if you don't like it. Do add more if you do like more salt. Now we're going to add the masalas in. These will be the vibrancy, the flavor, the texture that will combine everything. First of all, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of extra hot chili powder. If you like it hot, add more hot. If you don't, add less. All up to you guys, because this is extra hot. You can use the mild one if you do, because I love my curry very hot, as you most probably know if you have been watching. Now I'm going to add some 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1.5 teaspoon of jeera powder. This is very fragrancy, so this is very popular in homemade Asian curries. So this is not the type of thing you find in the restaurant. It's going to be really homemade here. Half a teaspoon of curry powder. This will be the main ingredients for the broth, so it's going to be super tasty, excellent, great for the whole family. So let's add some oil. You can use any oil here, olive oil, sunflower oil. I'm using olive oil. I'm adding 5 to 6 tablespoons of olive oil. This needs more. The meat is juicy, so it's going to absorb the oil quite a lot, so we need enough to combine everything and work with the curry. Let's add some cinnamon and cardamom in. 3 or 4 pieces will be absolutely fine. That basically retakes the smell and it basically combines everything. Give it a good mix so all the curry and everything mixes in together. If you do want to use your hand, you can. I'm using a spoon. I'm using my plastic silicone Joseph spoon here, and I want all the flavors of curry powder, onion paste and everything to mix in. So mix it all in. You can prepare this before you put it in the pan, or you can do it as I'm doing it here. No, this is first time doing it like this, so gonna see what the difference is between pre-cooking it slowly and actually making it all at the same time. So I'm gonna leave this for about 5 to 7 minutes to marinate, so all the onion and the paste, everything infuses. Best to keep it for 10 minutes. If you've got a cast iron one, the base infuses quite faster, but if you've got a steel pan, 10 minutes ideal. Leave it in there, and you can put it in your fridge, or you can leave it, put the lid back on, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Now it's all marinated, put it on medium gas, and it's looking all good. I'm gonna put about 2-3 slices of bay leaves, and we're gonna basically leave it on the cooker so all the broth and everything infuses with the meat and it comes out. So I'm gonna put the lid on. We're gonna leave it for 15 minutes. Every few minutes, about 2 or 3 minutes, keep an eye on it, see how it's going, see if the liquids come out. When enough liquids come out, then we'll start maneuvering and doing other things to it. So put it on there. 15 minutes, guys. Now it's over 10 minutes. It's gonna carry on cooking. Takes about 15 approximate minutes to get this much water coming out. So that is from the onion, from the meat and everything. I haven't added any water. This is the broth itself. It's gonna taste. Hopefully you can smell it through the camera. It's smelling really great so far. So it's bubbling away. The meat itself, always have a little check with the spoon how it's going. See if it's soft or anything. Have a try. Check it with your finger, check it with a knife, fork. If it's soft enough, it's great. If it's still hard, let it cook, because this will take up to about 20-25 minutes altogether to cook. So nice, it's looking great so far. Because I'm using the leg part, this can take up to 40 minutes, guys. If you're using the breast and the other parts, 25-30 minutes minimum, but this one itself will take 40 minutes. So you always check how it's doing. If it's soft, you know it's going in right. If it's still hard, you still need to carry on cooking. Leave it on gas mark 4, medium gas, and put the lid back on. We'll check again and we'll let it carry on cooking. So when it hits the 15-minute mark, lower the gas to gas mark 2, so it slowly cooks and everything, so the broth and the meat itself infuses, and we're gonna leave that for on a slow cook wise for another 15-20 minutes. It's gonna be a long period of this meat cooking, because we want this to be soft enough so it just melts in the mouth. So if you do want it to be very delicate, coming off easily, you're gonna leave it over 40 minutes. But we want it to be enough, easy to chew, quite soft all round in the middle. We're gonna have it well done. So put the lid back on, let the curry carry on. Give this a stir every few minutes so nothing burns and everything's cooking fine. If you do see some burning action happening, always add some water if you do need to. Because I'm using a cast iron pan, everything heats up quick. The curry cooks very quickly as well. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. I'm going to add half a cup of water, so that helps it cook much better so it doesn't burn. So put the water in, give it a nice stir. And guys, don't forget to check how it tastes. All chefs know you gotta see how it tastes. So get a little bit on the spoon with your finger or your lip and have a little taste. If it tastes nice, it'll be fine. If it doesn't, add more salt. Do what you need to do. So have a check how the meat is going. When it's soft like this, have a little poke, have a little taste. Now, to help it cooking, I'm gonna add 1 tomato, sliced and diced. Drop it all in. This should be blending in, give it a little tang and everything, guys. So drop it in, give it a nice stir, so it basically goes with the curry, the broth itself. Now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic paste. Drop it into the curry, give it a nice stir so it infuses with it. I'm adding slightly extra because I want it to be a bit more, slightly more toned down, the meatiness, and we want it to blend. So we added a few minutes later tomato and everything, so that will give the spiciness, it will mellow it down a bit. If you haven't added, you can add other green tomatoes, red tomatoes. It will basically mellow it out a bit. pop the lid back on, then leave it for about 15 minutes. Medium low gas will be absolutely fine. This is a long period, guys. This can take up to about 40-45 minutes to cook all together on the Camry Mainer show. So we're going to leave it for around 15 minutes, lid back on. If you're using it on a pan that's steel or anything, put it in the oven if you wanna. If you do put it in the oven, it will be quicker, but on the hob it takes longer. I'm using the cast iron pan here, and that takes about 40-45 minutes. Imagine if you're using a steel pan, this will take more than 40 minutes. It can take up to an hour, absolutely. So I'm gonna leave it for it to cook. After it's all done, I'm gonna add the final little bit of water to make it a bit more loose, and guys, and this is gonna be catering for at least 5 to 6 people, depending on the appetite. All done. All you need to do is plate up and enjoy with your friends and family. Hope you have enjoyed this lamb curry edition in creating flavors. This is gonna be very juicy, very delicate. It's gonna be quite well done. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe, and see you later. Bye bye.